Why did I call it the spider? Now, and now, here. Because... Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Christian from Berlin. Yes, finally it's here, my bar piano course. The intention is not only to show you new stuff, to play different styles of bar piano, but also to present you in a certain order what I showed you also in diverse lessons in the past. Of course, all of this will be again available as a downloadable book, bar piano, but I will offer also the same service as I did with the Blues Piano for Beginners books. Of course, many of you want the sheet music right now for the episodes. All the details again linked in the text box. Please leave a like. It's very important for such a course to be pushed in the beginning so that it's become a long and beautiful course. Enjoy! What style are we starting in? We will start in the bar piano that is trying to forget about time and space, the softly flowing, play a little bit, a passage that visually looks like a monster. But we will discover that this monster consists of little friends. Let's just have a listen. Okay, we start with the this little modent, and then we're piling up. Now let's see, like, what looks so scary is just the old friend, the hamburger of all embellishments is the arpeggio. Now let's have a look at arpeggios. You know, of course, that the basic arpeggio is the triad. Here we are on E flat. Yes, we have to deal with keys that happen to you regularly. It's not C anymore all the time. So we have the E flat triad. I never play the E flat arpeggio like this because it's really hard to get with the thumb up here, and I'm far too late. Oh, I'm too old for that. It's like free climbing. This leads us to an important arpeggio tip. Of course, the E flat, for example, is very hard to play if you're tempted to start the arpeggio from the root, which you might be in the beginning. But you saw what I did. And I started the arpeggio from here, and all of a sudden the finger setting is much, much easier. So, other example, you have a song, maybe a chord B flat. B flat. Now try the B flat arpeggio from here, and you will be in real trouble. So B flat, melody note, and then look at this. I start the B flat arpeggio from here, and the finger setting is just made for my anatomy, and yours too, because we have a similar anatomy of the hands. Another trick comes a little bit later, but I already announced it. Imagine you play Misty. Hey, what was that? It's a major 7 chord, and we just skip the root with the, we just swap the root with a major 7, and we have another easy to play arpeggio. More to that a little bit later. Yes, who would have guessed it? We are in the chewing gum business, and that is great. Why? And what do I mean with chewing gum? Chewing gum timing. In this style, we stretch the timing at our own desire. Let's say you play the melody note, and you've planned for 3 octaves of arpeggio. And the next melody note, like which is here, is sitting in your back, pushing you. You gotta be fast. No, you don't. You play, and then You see, stretching and whoop. You can even have a coffee in the stretch phases, like have a sip with your left hand or a can of beer and write an email. So, yeah, you can mold it around your own skill a little bit. Yeah. Of course, there are other tricks, like just not playing 3 octaves, but maybe just 2. We come to that also a little bit later. But use this to, take your time. But one more word or 2 more words on arpeggios. This is the basic arpeggio. Let's say the Northern German standard arpeggio. In C there would be. But now a tip. You will also encounter chords like the C major chord, for example. Here. Now listen to this. I could still play the basic Northern German standard, but I could also play. It's the same, 3 notes, but we replace the root with the optional tone, the 7th here in this case. Like, and wonderful, wonderful sound. And it's richer, and we use the opportunity. Can you hear how sophisticated this little arpeggio already sounds? And it's also just a 3-note arpeggio. Wonderful thing. Now, of course, we have other chord types. Let's say you have a C7. And then, wonderful to the fingers. Here. You go up a little bit with your hand. Here, C7. If we say like, and we have the F major. Yes, it needs a little bit of practice, but bar piano, yes, it needs a little bit of routine and a little bit of practice and a couple of friends. I'm one of those, and the tricks from today are others. No, the C major. Again, C major, C minor 7, let's say. You play this. Of course, I do not start with that's free climbing again. What you do is you start on the G and then you have wonderful. It's so good to the anatomy of the hand. Okay, so use the 7th to include that into your arpeggios. We have the next mountain of blackness, of darkness. First, we are still in the C minor chord. So, arpeggio. Now, very important little thingy here. Yes. I love this one because it's such a beautiful, universal little toy. What do? It's the C minor chord here. And instead of just playing the 3-note arpeggio, I accommodate one more note. We start with the 5th and the C, the D and the E flat. Wonderful sound has also an additional note, the 9th, which you can almost always do. But, and here again, you have the chewing gum on your side. Rarely are chewing gums on your side. In this case, again, you take time. You can have a coffee. Go drink a coffee, and then you come back and have a hamburger, and so on. So use that, and this is, by the way, is a reason why I do not fully write this out in sheet music like this in sheet music, as you see, nobody would buy it. It's just blackness. It's a black hole. And it doesn't make sense to read this by the note. It makes sense to understand that it's just this, and repeat it one octave higher, and repeat it one octave higher. Yeah, of course, you can play this up and down, or you could also play. We have another chord type. Let's say we do it in. Let's say you have C major. I give you examples for C major, for the not yet the C major chord, just for you to get the architecture. You get it? Fifth, C, ninth, third. Wonderful, huh? C minor. How lovely is that? And now can we come to the C major 7 chord. Let's have a look. Listen to this. We have this in our hands. This is one of my universal tricks. And we want universal tricks. Why? Because we want to sit down with any piece of sheet music, with a lead sheet, and have kind of automatisms, cliches that we can use over and over again, and which over and over again sound expensive, like the Bentley. It's my only joke. Okay, like a Bentley. So we need universal runs. Now listen to this. It's the same architecture as here. Now we play the C major chord. Now listen to this. Again, C major chord. The trick is we start with the 9th. Yes, yes, yes. You can do it all the time. 5th and 8th and here. We could also play it like this. But listen to this. It sounds nicer, huh? And it's just the same. You have to learn this thing once. As I always say, you just need to put your hand in the freezer until it's stiff. Put it in the freezer overnight, and you put it into this position when you put it in the freezer, and then you can play cocktail piano. And here. Or here. Same frozen finger setting, and here. Okay? And of course, we have a possibility for the, let's say we are in the G7. Like. Again, G7. See? Dat, 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 dat. It's just repeat, copy and paste, and it gives an expensive sound immediately. Two important tips. Here, in this example, I took massive time also to, make this a slightly exaggerated example to make my point. But often you don't have that time, despite the chewing gum friend. And what do you do then? If the melody, for example, does not give you that time, it doesn't always give you all that space. For example, let's say, you just shorten it. That's the beauty about it. I just play, Hey Jude, of course. Play. 2 octaves. It's not even 2 octaves, it's just from here. It's just 1 and a little. Okay? So, and so on. So, sometimes 1 octave is just fine. Next tip. If I go into a hotel bar and have a gig there, and they possibly even pay me there, but I have frozen hands, and I don't still feel, I'm not yet warm, I'm coming out from the Berlin cold, and I don't dare yet to play this because I have to warm up, then I have a solution, and that goes like this. Yes, instead of playing the full in C, instead of playing the full arpeggio with undersetting that has to be tied, I just put the pedal down or put a stone on the pedal and then you arpeggio. And this is much easier to play. And it sounds wonderful if you play it down as well. I did it on the A flat major here. You just have to practice this a little bit, that it sounds smooth and soft. Okay? Same counts for our second friend, this one. Listen to this. Hold on. Lovely sound without the undersetting, the annoying undersetting here. Copy paste, pedal is down. Or C major. Or C7. Sounds like a piece already. And you got a gig. You might get paid too. So, very good trick to make this easier. Also, if you're not yet that advanced, of course you can play this also, this thing. Oh, it's a wonderful sound, crisp and glistening in the Berlin sunshine, which we don't have at the moment. The spider. I call it the spider. What did I call it? The spider. Now, we are in G minor. We come from... And now, here. Because I found we are in G minor. This just looks like how a spider walks. Like daddy long legs. The spider with the small body and the long legs. So, doesn't it? Yeah, that's how a spider walks. That makes me Spider-Man. Yay. Okay, let's have a look at the structure. We are in G minor. We start with the minor third and the root. Now look how easy it is and how great it sounds. We go to chord notes 1 and 5 and we repeat it 2, 5 and go to chord notes 5th minor third. And repeat this. It's a very simple pattern. It sounds like 10 euro, 12 euro. Okay. And again, you just, custom cut it to your own needs. If you have like pop, 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 pop. So let's have a look at the structure in C so that you can follow the changes. In C would be, let's start from here with the E on top. You can start from any point of the chord, but here we start, let's say, from the 5th and now from the major third. Now look at this. Spider walks, spokes. Now it's a happy spider, it's a major. Does anybody ever know if spiders are happy people? So, you see? Now, you know already what it will be in minor, right? Because the structure is the same here. Wonderful. But now comes the wonderful sound. We try it again with the C major chord type. Now listen to this. Again, sorry. We again replace the root by the major 7 here. We don't play this, but we play. F, let's say. Yeah, wonderful. And it also sounds great if you have just very little time. Let's say melody is, let's make up a melody. You can. A spider can. Yeah, a spider walks in all directions, right? Let's have a look. Let's say the melody is so awful that the spider wants to run away. Let's say like melody is, and the spider thinks goes away. So what is your job now? Of course, to find moments in the melody where you have time, where the melody is at rest a little, that you have time to play rup or a little arpeggio. I will show you now 3 practical examples, 3 different examples where I use only the stuff you learned today. Pay attention. Left hand is very easy. I keep it very simple to show you how beautiful it can sound if you just play what we learned today. And already I say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you in my next one. Next one is probably, I'm not promising, it's probably the same topic. We are elaborating that and looking at other patterns too. Thanks.